Hi, I am Siti Nurjana. So, the webinar was held on 5th November 2021. We had attended a webinar with a topic Real Talk with Engineer and Technopreneur. This webinar was held at 8:30 p.m. until 11:30 p.m. and the moderator for this webinar is Azam Shahidi, who is the member of KKE. So there are two panel in this webinar, who is Mr. Surya Effendi bin Amiruddin, who is the CEO of Umori Berhad, and the second panel is Miss Amira Zahida binti On, the sales engineer, Center of Excellence at Splunk Company. So during that session, they share their experience about their working and knowledge, and they also share about their ups and downs through their life and their working life.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Ahmad Aziz Amri bin Muhammad Yusof. My metric number is DE100096. Okay, this is my part for interview question. Okay, this is my question. What is Mr. Surya opinion in the future of the industry in Malaysia? And I have 3 points from Mr. Surya answer. The first is the biggest challenge is the issue of employment, which has become a sensitive issue to the society, especially the graduate. This is so because electronic devices such as machine, nanotechnology, and bio will replace human resource as manpower. Indirectly, nowadays the robot workforce is already replacing most of the manpower in critical and dangerous sector in industry and also manufacturing. Okay, second point is there is preparation before and after become a graduate in the aspect of diversity of skill and thinking technique is the advantage of avoiding work replaced by robot. In this time, employers have a lot of skills, so that if the job replaced by a robot in the blink of an eye is not a problem. And the last point, okay, this is for example, a student need to diversity skill, not just one major. However, it is very important when in the job market. Therefore, graduates should have a variety of skill and experience to venture into better opportunity for employment. In fact, can complete the win job finding better with robot as well technological sophistication. That was for me. Thank you.
Good day, Doctor and everyone. My name is Nurul Hamizah binti Arifin with metric number AE190072. I would like to present the second question for this webinar and the discussion of the questions. So, the question is, the level of stress at a workplace of different profession are different. What is the best solution that Ms. Amira do to overcome the stress as a sales engineer so that the quality of work can be well guaranteed? So the answer is, the way of handling stress depends on an individual. I am working with so many people with their own personality, so I will not channel the stress to them. So as a solution, we have to find a hobby. For example, for those who has already married, they can spend their time with family. But as for me that is still single, I will spend my time writing a journal. I also have close friends who I can confess everything that I feel to them. Other than that, we can distress ourselves by going out on the weekend. But now we are in pandemic, so we can find another hobby such as pin by numbers, which it can be found on Shopee. It helps me a lot to reduce stress at the workplace. You can ask my office mates. They know I will buy the pen by numbers to distress myself. All these things really work on me. If you want to talk in a reality, the stress and the ways of coping, it must be different for each person. But when you are angry, please just remain silent to avoid unnecessary arguments and toxic environment. Let's just find a hobby to cope with our stress.
For question 3, I have asked Mr. Surya, did he had faced any challenges and obstacles as technopreneur? So if he had, how he overcome the challenges and obstacles? So he said that he faced many challenges in technopreneur. The company did a restructure and re-strategy, where they can say that some company need to restructure, which means they need to remove all the unwanted things. The unwanted things may be such as terminated some workers. So re-strategize is so next is re-strategize, where it changed strategies. As before this, they sold phone accessories at Petronas only, but now they change it by selling it at Shopee and online shop. But they still sell it at the Petronas. Next, they focus on innovation, where they need to improve, not specific to one thing, maybe improving, but with a lot of things, not specified to one thing only. After that is private, where they need to find the venture to make sure they are still valid in the industry.
For the analysis and discussion, for question 1, it is about improving skills and have various skills to be chosen in industry. For question 2, we should have a way on how to reduce stress. Different people have different way. And lastly, for question 3, we should have varieties of strategies to face any obstacles.
Okay, for the conclusion in this webinar is the webinar talking about the real talk with engineer and technopreneur. Is engineer in technopreneur aim at producing scientists and engineers who create new product, industry and market. These engineers are productivity driven, technologically capable and competitive at both at local and global market. For a nation to emerge as a developed economy, it must fully embrace and deliberately promote technopreneur. There must a paradigm shift in our thinking. We must not just study the technology of product and service, but we must study the market so as to adapt right technologies and adapt innovative strategy toward meeting the market demand. In other words, we must mainstream innovative government providing enabling environment for this to thrive. That's all for me. Thank you.